Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wembley, England! This is Giants Live Wembley, and it is about to go off in the capital. Here we go!
A very warm welcome, everybody, to Giants Live Wembley. We're at the corner of a hotel lobby. This is what it is at the moment, but it's quite a mad weekend coming up, guys. Go on. Please, kick some ass. Take some names, have some fun. It's our first time in London, guys. Anyway, thank you, guys. May the best man win. Good luck tomorrow. Cheers, guys.
I mean, I've kind of got in my head now that I want in Britain's, Europe's, Worlds and Scotland. You know, those 4 comps of the year are obviously like, you know, the big competitions, and then anyone else is kind of, if you can train for it, you know, to do it. I mean, like this competition, I had a 2-week layover, and I've trained twice. I trained once at home and then once last week with like the week before it with Larry and Luke and stuff, so I didn't have the best prep, but you know, it's obviously going to be like that now. A lot of the boys that were at Worlds, you could kind of see like they weren't as performing as good, you know, and some of the events they should have been smashing that they were just alien to, you know, like yoke press, Hercules hold and stuff. You need to get at least 6-7 weeks of good prep on that, and from when I think I did it like 2 years ago and I got 1 rep to getting 5, which is still a PB for me. So you know, I was going into that comp just to pull a 400k deadlift. That was honestly my goal. I've always wanted a 400. I've tried it 7 times in comp and failed it, and I've done it 3 times in training. So you know, doing it in training is easy, but doing it in our comps where you need to do it, and that's what I did. I did a 400 deadlift. Obviously I did top 2 in the stones, and then the other events were just get out and try it, you know. And like a 2-week prep with shows like this, it's hard. I mean, my still rest, I don't think I've had a rest since January, which is the longest season I've had, and it's July already, and been invited to Tyson's Strongest Man in August, so you know, there's another week competition. You know, I'm going to go over there, and obviously, but I'm not going to, like, if I come last, I don't mind. I'm just going to go and just have some fun, you know. But the 4 comps I want to do now is, you know, Europe's, Britain's, Scotland's and Worlds, and then anything in between is just a bonus now. So yeah, well, for me, like, I kind of just, obviously I get nervous and stuff before it, but once you see the crowd and once I start kind of getting the adrenaline and stuff when my name gets called out, you know, when you come out to your Scottish music, because you know, it's a nice wee kick they have now, because it didn't used to have that. So like listening to your bagpipes is, oh, it's cool, and then just this crowd standing up and cheering you, you know, it gives you that extra strength, which is amazing. And the support like myself and Luke get as well now is unbelievable, especially because we're Scottish and loads of English guys come and support us and know who we are. So yeah, it's unbelievable, just goosebumps and everything, you know. I get nervous, but I can channel it better, you know. Like for me, like it used to be mental. I mean, if you see me 2 or 3 years ago competing to now, it's a mental aspect. I obviously still get nervous, you know. If anybody says they don't get nervous, it's lying, you know. But I get nervous, but I channel it better, you know. Like I can use the crowd and I use everyone around me now instead of just like shaking and just losing my head. I can use it better, you know. I still get nervous, but yeah, using it better, like channeling the crowd. I mean, playing to the crowd's a lot, like a lot of people play to the crowd, but like I can play to it sometimes, but when I switch on, I'll switch on and, you know, do the job and then play afterwards, you know. And that's how I always have done it, and probably will keep doing it like that. So
a young guy, a newcomer with that kind of power display, where is he going to be in 2 or 3 years?
Some young men have raw potential. Some have raw power. This one has both. From north of the border, welcome the Albatross, Tom Stoltman! Tom Stoltman, 24 years of age, what a monster, ready to arrive.
All the warm-ups felt kind of laboured for me, you know. I just kind of, like I said, my body was still, I think, tired, and I just couldn't wake up. And like 370 usually is an easy lift, but 370 on the warm-up bar was hard, and that was when it started getting in my head a wee bit, like, you know, am I going to pull this or not? And then I had to wait around 45 minutes, you know, so I was getting a bit cold, getting stiff. And then I was just kind of like trying to just keep myself, you know, focused around the back of the stage and just, you know, not. So then once we got the introductions out the way and stuff, and I think I was 5th or 6th up, so I could see what other guys were doing, and then everyone pulled the 400s, so then I was like, right, I just want this. That's all I wanted, you know, the 400. So went out there, like rolled the bar back and pulled it, and I thought, crap, I didn't do it because I didn't set up right with it, but then I got it, so I was happy. And then 420 tried it, but like I said, you know, I've not trained for a max deadlift in, I think 2 years, 3 years was the last max deadlift I'd done, so it's just hard to, I had 400 in my head and I never trained for over 400, so I hit the 400 and that was the plan, and it worked in the day. So. After that 400 deadlift, my body shut down. I could feel it, like all the like everything just stopped working. So, but I was just here to have fun. I mean, like, I still feel great. I feel good. You know, Scotland's strongest man's in 2 months. I get a nice rest. To be honest, if I had like another 4 or 5 weeks prep, 420s there. I mean, like the prep for this was to double 400, but obviously with what's like all the comps and that stuff that's happened, and my body kind of shutting down, it's kind of like 400 was a go, and then the next comps I've got later on in the year, there's another max deadlift, so it's a better time to kind of do it. But I don't think I'm far off. I mean, I got it, I think, just below my knees or something, so to break the floor of it, so something I never tried before is, and it's that 20k jump as well. I mean, a kilogram is hard over 400, so you're thinking about 20k jump, and you've never attempted it before, and you have to do it straight into a competition. You have to get it right, or you're not going to do it at all. You know, it's not like training where you get a few attempts to try it. You have to do it. Yeah, again, farmers, I mean, like I said, I trained every event once, and that was again, farmers, usually it was in every comp like I've done, and I got really good at farmers what, but I think this is the first time it's been in Giants in a long, long time, and so I was shocked to see it back, you know, because usually it's frame or something like that. So farmers is just one of them things you pick it up, and it was a 40-metre course, which is a long, long course, because usually it's 20 metres or, you know, just a one straight, so 20 metres, and then you drop it and pick up and turn back, which is the hardest part for me, is the second part, you know. I mean, I kept that with Felix and I dropped it at the end, so at the end of the day it's one of them things. It was just a race to the finish and he beat me, so I was happy enough with it.
Felix Stoltman, both men smoothly, swiftly off the floor and start to drive now. Balance so keen, and you can see now that Tom Stoltman trying to gain the ground back, but this is close and tight, and Felix is right there. That massive grip is going to be a razor decision. Stoltman trying to edge forward, but he's down, and it's Felix over the line. Mark Felix with the win. Felix with the win. Wow! Let some of his hand on that bar of that equipment. I'm going to check in with Dave Warner. Dave, what? Mark Felix, what have we got?
He finished in 29 seconds.
I've never used that equipment before, never used those kind of farmers before, so again I was just going into Alien and did the best I could. I think it was 4 for 5ths, you know, so I was still a decent time, you know, for what I'd done. If I didn't do that drop, I would have obviously beat Felix and pushed that, but yeah, it was decent enough. I mean, we just done a deadlift as well, so everything was kind of still recovering from that, you know, so yeah, but it was good enough. So. Safe press is always going to be one of those events that's made for the smaller guys. It's like with the stones, you know, it's like guys that are like 5 foot can't hit the strong platform, so it's kind of fair, it balances it out, and they've put it up 3 inches since 2 years ago. It was at 54, I think it was at 57 this time, and I literally trained it the week before at Darren's gym and was like alright with it. 3 or 4 reps I did with it, so I mean, I've never done more than 1 rep with a 150 safe press, you know, and so like 5 reps was a PB, and you can see a lot of people start, like for me, Alicia's, that was a massive shock, you know, 4 reps, Shilikov 5 reps, so like I was still up there with the
Bring
points.
his legs together really quick because his stance is so wide. You do not want a 150 kilo metal box landing on your feet. Not good.
But check out the triceps. The template's getting going. The triceps knocking over these.
Massively strong and really sailing through the repetitions. Lost balance there a little.
I've never seen an athlete with long arms like that and so much power.
So much difficulty at the height that this man is at, 6'7", to fight it every inch of the way, and enough for Stoltman.
It was kind of shocked to see how many people kind of dropped that, and it's just one of them events. It's a really hard event to do. Like, you could be the best presser in the world. Like, you know, that Lisses is one of the best shoulder law pressers and axle pressers in the world, and hits 4 at 150, and like I hit 5 at 150, and so it's a really hard event just to get the balance right. I have to go right under it. I can't just use the momentum to hit it up. I have to kind of like strict press it like I did, and my triceps just gave way in the end. I can get underneath it, but I'd have to go on my toes, and then I'd just lose balance. So I was just like, I'm just going to go in, and it was good I didn't go up first. I was, I think, 4th or 5th up, so it kind of like, I kind of knew where I had to be. So like, I fought 4 to 6 reps, and I got 5, and then that was all I could do. And you know, I still got, I think, decent points with it. So like, when I looked at it as well, I thought the points were wrong, but I think it was just as it was, because obviously I think you got like a lot of points in the deadlift. I don't think it was like I had 25 for doing 400. I mean, like, there's a lot of big deadlifters here. Like Adam Bishop pulled 440. You know, a lot of people pulled. Felix pulled, I think, 420 as well. So that's where they made up all the points. And you know, like I said, it's just 400 deadlift for me. I'm not in that 440, 450 territory yet. And then I knew that Hercules hold and safe press was going to be a bogeys event. It's like, you know, I'd not trained them. You can't just go into them alien, you know. It's not like log where you can, like, you know, you train log nearly every week. You can go into a 150 log and hit 8 or 9 reps, whereas you try to do that with a yoke press, it's totally different, isn't it, you know. So like I was saying, my Hercules hold was getting better because I was doing, I did 2 days of grip after Worlds, and that was it was 30, I think 35 seconds I got, and from Europe Strongest Man where I got like 24 it was getting better and better, but it's just, I don't know what it is, my setup might not be right, or...
To see him motivate his brother, to see how he's performed this year. This man is the future, I think, when it comes to British Strongman. So much hope in him, and why not? Because his potential is off the charts, and he's raw as well. 25 years of age. Guys don't get to their maximum strength till they're in their early 30s, and so the sky's the limit.
Yeah, hopefully this guy has actually finished growing. 160 kilos here, which is the biggest version of Tom that we've ever seen. And he's diligent about that weight increase as well. He's putting it on but looks like an athlete. Here we go. Tom Stoltman, the albatross. Locks in, settles himself, takes the weight now. See him just making those adjustments, needs to keep calm, keep his position, keep that balance. Wembley Arena trying to lift Tom Stoltman's spirit and engage that. This is a man who feeds off the crowd, and he looks up there trying to hang on to it and maintain that pressure. But it was the right hand that gave out, and Tom unable to hold any longer. He's not going to challenge the leaders today. Look at an official time on the albatross.
34.87.
I just don't think I can zone out as good as other people. I mean, I think I came, but if I did that in Europe, so I would have came like top 4, you know. So it's a massive, like, step up. The boys did it. I mean, like, I was shocked of a lot of times that Luke's time was up there with the best. I did 35. Luke got like 46. I was like, geez, you know, like, so a lot of people like stepped up in the Hercules hold. So. I mean, as I said, I know 34 seconds. I knew I wasn't going to do good in that, and then at the end it was just stones. I was just having fun. Like, it's a competition where you have 2 weeks to prep for. I mean, no, man, my hands are actually one of the smallest in strongman. You know, I don't have an out of proportion hands. They're not actually that big. I mean, like, yeah, 6'8". So, but like they're not as big as like Forrest's hands are chunky and massive compared to mine. Shaw's are huge compared to mine. I've just got normal hands. It's the feet that got big. So if it was a feet event, I'd be great at that, you know. But now, like I said, you know, it's just one of them events. You know, everybody's on the same boat. You can't really train a Hercules hold. You can train grit, but like holding frame carries, holding dumbbells in your hands with fat grips is different than holding like 200k pillars aside. You know, you can't really do that in a gym. So I feel more in my shoulder. I mean, I niggled my left shoulder when I tore this 2 years ago. I did that again in Worlds, a wee niggle of it, and was trying to get it treated before this comp, and then I could just feel it tearing into that, you know, and my left side's has never been kind of as strong as it has, and I don't feel it in my hands. It was my shoulder, and I just could not think it, because if it pops off, then that's a bad injury to have. Like, I mean, I did it at Worlds. It went after the second event, and I lost all power in it, but I just kept fighting, you know. But it was just one of them things. It's just couldn't hold it. So I'm not. Like I said, I'm not bothered, because I know top 3 got World's Strongest Man invites, but I know that I'm capable of Britain's Strongest Man to like win that and that. You know, so I've got a lot more opportunities to do it with 8 to 10 weeks prep instead of 2 weeks. I could never, like, I couldn't even Scotland's Strongest Man, for example. I couldn't even go into that after, say, they did this comp and Scotland's was in 2 weeks. I couldn't do that and be 100%. You know, it's just one of them things. It's Strongman. You know, you're putting your body through so much. You need a week's rest and a week deload. And this week for July, I'm on a deload week right now. You know, so I dropped like 7k coming into this competition. So I was up at 164 setting for Worlds and dropped to 156 for this. So it was a massive, you know, drop. I weighed myself before the comp. I was like, shit, you know. So yeah, it's, you know, it's hard because I can't stay at that body weight for so long. I wasn't comfy being that heavy, and I came back from Worlds and I was like, I'm just gonna deload and go to Wembley, go to any other comp and just have some fun, you know. Meet the fans and just, you know, I did the events I did good, that I know that I'm good at. I did good at, you know, like stones. If I had mapped the stones up, that's one thing I would have been like, right, this is it, you know, like this is where it's getting serious. But I did a bad thing. But like stones, I mean, I'll always get, not like sounding big-headed on it, but I know that I'm one of the best in the world at that, and I'm always going to get top 2 or 3. I mean, this whole year I've not been out, even at Worlds, the top 3 in stones. So as long as I got like top 3 in the stones, I wasn't really too bothered about the rest of the event. I knew that I had a lot of weak events in this one, you know. But that's the thing. I just have to take away from the competition, take what I did good at, and just train my weaknesses harder, you know. I mean, I'll have a longer time now. Well, I don't know when the next Hercules holding that will come up. It's only really in Giants Live you see it. I mean, Scotland's has just got the basic events. A lot of comps got basic events, so. But I just need to try and tick over again, you know.
Alright, okay, well done, mate. Thank you. Right then. Tom Stoltman, the Albatross, against Adam Bishop.
Lane number 1, representing Scotland, raising up for the Albatross, Tom Stoltman. And in lane number 2, representing the UK, Adam Bishop. Here we go. Listen to the whistle from Darren Sadler. And away we go. Stoltman blasts into the first storm. Bishop right on his heels. Enormous drive from Stoltman, and this is rapid. We've seen some impressive efforts on the stones, and Stoltman could make this another one. He's already on to 5, and there it is for the Albatross. Bishop battling away, one more stone. Adam starts to squeeze it up now. There's 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the Albatross with the win in heat number 1. We're going to try and get an official time on that from Dave.
Tom Stoltman completed all 5 stones in 20.69 seconds.
20.69 from the giant Scotsman.
I just love competing, and I mean, it's in the UK, it's never been in Wembley, so I just want to come down here and experience the fans. And I don't make excuses. I mean, I know I wasn't strong enough on the day, but I'm not getting like down about it, because I've just plenty more shows, and I've proved myself enough this year to know that I'm still one of the best, maybe one of the best British athletes right now in the world, in Britain. So, and obviously one of the best in the world, you know. So as long as I perform in the big comps, I'm happy about that.